Imagine a farmer struggling against the odds, battling unforgiving land and unrelenting hardship. Just when hope seems lost, a mysterious pact under the glow of the full moon changes everything, but at a cost no one could foresee. What would you do if you had to choose between abundance and responsibility? Stay tuned as we unravel the captivating tale of the Farmer's Moonlight Pact. Before we dive into this story of sacrifice, harmony, and an unforgettable lesson, make sure to subscribe to Tale Story House and hit the bell icon so you never miss a single tale. In a small, remote village surrounded by rolling hills and dense forests, there lived a humble farmer named Kwame. He had inherited a modest patch of land from his father and worked tirelessly to make it fruitful. The soil was rocky and the rains were unpredictable, but Kwame was determined. From sunrise to sunset, he tilled the earth, sowed seeds, and tended to his crops. Yet, despite his relentless efforts, the harvests were meager, barely enough to feed himself and his family. The villagers often spoke of Kwame's dedication with admiration. They knew how hard he worked and how he refused to give up, even when the odds were stacked against him. Still, whispers of pity lingered in the air. Poor Kwame, they would say. He tries so hard, but the land is unforgiving. One fateful night, as Kwame sat on his porch under the glow of a full moon, he gazed at the sky with a heavy heart. The crops were failing again, and he feared for his family's future. The moonlight bathed the land in a silver sheen, casting long shadows across the fields. As Kwame's eyes scanned the landscape, he noticed something unusual. A faint, shimmering light seemed to emanate from the edge of his field, near an ancient tree that had stood there for generations. Curiosity compelled Kwame to investigate. He walked cautiously toward the tree, his footsteps silent on the soft earth. As he drew closer, the shimmering light grew brighter, and he felt an otherworldly presence. Beneath the tree, he discovered a mysterious figure cloaked in silver, radiating an aura of calm and wisdom. The figure's eyes glowed like stars, and its voice, though unheard, seemed to speak directly to Kwame's soul. The figure pointed to the land and then to the moon above, as if to suggest a connection. Kwame understood, in a way that words could not explain, that he was being offered a pact. The moon, with its silent power over the tides and the night, would bless his fields with fertility and abundance. But there was a condition. The blessing would come at a cost, one that would only be revealed when the time was right. Kwame, desperate to save his family and his farm, nodded in agreement. The figure raised a hand, and the moonlight intensified, enveloping the field in a radiant glow. When the light faded, the figure was gone, and the night returned to its tranquil stillness. The next morning, Kwame awoke to a sight that left him breathless. His once struggling crops had transformed overnight. The fields were lush with vibrant green stalks, heavy with grains and fruits. The soil, which had been dry and unyielding, now felt rich and alive. Word of Kwame's miraculous harvest spread quickly, and the villagers flocked to see the transformation for themselves. They marveled at the abundance and celebrated Kwame's newfound prosperity. With the blessing of the moonlight, Kwame's life changed dramatically. He sold his surplus crops at the market and used the earnings to improve his farm and help his neighbors. He became a symbol of hope and generosity, and the village thrived alongside him. Yet, in the back of his mind, Kwame could not forget the pact he had made. He wondered when the cost of his blessing would reveal itself. Months turned into years, and Kwame's farm continued to flourish. He had almost convinced himself that the pact was nothing more than a dream. But one night, under another full moon, he felt the same otherworldly presence he had encountered years ago. This time, the figure appeared at his doorstep. Its glowing eyes met Kwame's, and a wave of understanding washed over him. The time had come to fulfill his part of the agreement. The figure gestured toward the ancient tree, and Kwame followed. Beneath its branches, the figure revealed the cost of the pact. Kwame was required to give back to the land what he had taken, not in crops or wealth, but in time and care. The The blessing was not a gift but a loan, a reminder that the earth's bounty comes with responsibilities. Kwame was to dedicate the rest of his life to preserving the balance of the land, ensuring its fertility for generations to come. Kwame accepted the terms without hesitation. He understood now that true prosperity was not measured by wealth or abundance, but by harmony with the land. From that day forward, he worked not only for his own benefit, but for the well-being of the earth and his community. He taught the villagers sustainable farming practices, shared his knowledge freely, and ensured that the land was nurtured and respected. As the years passed, the village transformed into a thriving oasis. The once barren fields became a patchwork of vibrant crops, and the villagers prospered together. Kwame's story became a legend, a reminder of the pact he had made and the lesson it carried. The tale of the farmer's moonlight pact teaches us that blessings come with responsibilities. The earth provides for us, but it is our duty to care for it in return. Prosperity is not about taking as much as we can, but about living in harmony with nature and giving back to ensure its continued abundance. In our modern lives, this lesson holds true. Whether it's the food we eat, the water we drink, or the air we breathe, everything we have comes from the earth. By respecting and nurturing the environment, we ensure a sustainable future for ourselves and generations to come. Kwame's story reminds us that true wealth lies in balance, gratitude, and stewardship. Make sure to subscribe to Tale Story House. This might seem small, but it means the world to us.